Alright, we're going to take the passenger seat out first, and then we'll take the driver's seat out. Watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to remove the seats. Sounds pretty simple. Well, let's give it a try and see. First of all, you got to push it forward, releasing the clip for adjusting the seat. Then underneath the front seat is a spring. So we crawl under here. Here's the spring. So there's the spring. We got the spring off. And as you push forward, there's also another little spring clip on the other side that has to be pushed down as the seat's being pulled forward. And there we go. Seat comes out pretty easy. Now we'll move over and do the driver's side. Whew. Remind me to oil that hinge. Ooh, this one's a little more stubborn. Hand me that blue bar up there, Joe. Yep. Thank you. And there's the driver's seat. So I think we'll do the upholstery on the two front seats before we move on to the interior of the car. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back to Zib's Corner Part 3. Today we're going to do seat restoration. The front seats were in pretty bad shape. I got a kit from J Bugs, and we're going to attempt to install these new seat covers with new foam, new burlap. I'm not sure what shape the seats are in. We're going to disassemble them right now, and we'll start with the driver's side. So here's the driver's side seat. It was stained up pretty bad. You can see the stains. A lot of stains in the shoulder area, the bottom. It looks like somebody tried to do a little repairing on the seat. We got some wire ties and other things in the bottom of the seat. So we're going to take the back off first. So we're just going to lean this forward just so we can get get access to it a little easier. Oops. Pulled the handle off. That didn't give us any access any easier. So we put the handle back on. Little mechanism. Now it don't want to work. There we go. There we go. So you can see the bottom, the burlap and felt isn't in very good shape. We're going to first loosen these little 13mm screws that hold the seat on, the back of the seat. So there's going to be one nut and a small little spring washer. We'll undo the other side. And this side's missing the spring washer, so when we put it back together, we'll definitely get some new spring washers. Word of advice, I've worked on quite a few cars. Take some apart, get a bag, and label it so you'll know what's in that, so how it goes back together. Another good idea is to take a lot of photographs. In my case, I have the seat and the video. Alright, so we put labeled it seat back nuts, and there's also a small little spring here, one on either side. We're going to grab a pair of pliers and we're going to remove those. We'll go in the video if you want. This is Joe.
Again.
He's helping me redo this Volkswagen. We took it for a ride today, Joe, didn't we?
Yep.
So just small little spring on either side. We'll keep those in a bag. So we were getting ready to put it in the barn, as you seen earlier. So I went and asked Joe and his mom, you want to go for this last ride before I take it apart? So we went around the block, drove around the neighborhood a little bit, ran out of gas. I need a new gas gauge. So that's part of the restoration that comes later on. So now we should just be able to pull these arms off. A little harder there. There we go. The seat should just come off, but gotta be careful. We don't want to. Well, it doesn't matter if we rip it. We don't want to bend anything. There we go. So there's the bottom. We got the top. So, like I did before, this has got a little knob on it that comes off pretty easy. We're going to stick that inside here also. Alright, so then we got some little bulldoze clips here. I think I'll need some side cutters to get those. Those three is in pretty good shape. Alright, so we're going to pull this off. Inside of here, though, there's a small rod. You want to make sure you save that rod because you'll need it to put it in the other. Same with the front piece. Small little rod in here. You want to save that rod. There we go. There's a couple bull ring snaps here on the bottom. Oh, this is going to be nasty. Alright, we're going to move these. I'm going to put a piece of tape on this so we can identify that as the driver's seat. Rod at the bottom. I'm probably not talking loud enough. I'll try to talk louder, but we're going to flip this over. Since I'm not going to save this seat, I'm not going to waste my time of taking it apart. Look at that. I think I'm going to give me a trash can over here before I go any farther. Alright, got a trash can. We're going to start pulling all this little stuff out. Found a little ticket in here. Must be when they assembled the seats. Did you turn it off on me? Oh, it's full. Alright. SD card on the GoPro is full, so 32 megs don't take you very far. I know, Joe, because the memory card's full. Wow. Can you hand me that top blue cutters? Yep, you want to cut that? Right there. It's strong metal. Woo! Throw it in the garbage. It's no good. We're not putting the buttons back in. Boy, that's some nasty fabric. Alright. Now we'll pull this off. Oh. There's the little cover that goes over the handle. We'll put that in the bag also. Can you see yourself? Come back here, you can see.
Yeah.
Can you see it now? That's my son Joe. Oh. Take my phone and move it, please. Do you like the Volkswagen, Joe? Put it down here. No, that's not garbage. We have to put those back on. That's the little side protectors. Woo! Woo!
Nasty stuff.
Surprisingly, well, it's a 1969. And what year is it?
2020.
So 2020 minus 1969, it's 51 years old. That's in good shape for 51 years, huh?
Yeah.
We have all new backrests. Surprisingly, nothing is broke. We got one here that's broke. I'd say it goes to this one. We'll have to make a new one. Other than that, it's in real. Oh, there's one broke here. We'll have to fix that. I watched some YouTube videos on that also. If you have a broken spring, like we have here, You just buy these little wire ferrules for putting cable together. Slide it over both sides, crimp it down, and it's like it's brand new. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to blow all this out. I'll probably spray it down a little bit. I'll go to the store tomorrow, get some ferrules, and we'll continue the project. So stay tuned. Alright, so here's the bottom of the seat. It's pretty much just like the back. It's got some little bent over pins that we're going to have to straighten out to get the seat cover off. And it's got these little side plates on them. I think I'm just going to leave that on and try to straighten it out. This one's a little bent. This is a little gummed up. We'll probably take it apart and clean it out. But let's bend the pins out and get this seat off. I'm not sure. I thought they were all just string, but this one actually had a piece of wire. So we'll get that all trimmed off. Just like the upper portion, this has a little cable in it that we're going to keep. Just a small little one. We're going to keep that with the other cables. So when we assemble it back together, a lot of rust in here. Whew. Almost need a respirator. Surprisingly, this material is in pretty good shape, but I got all brand new. Boy, these coils are sagging quite a bit, especially on the driver's side. Looks like it's sink quite a bit. We'll have to do some more inspecting when we get it all cleaned up. But there we go. That's the upper and the lower seats. We're gonna get all the rust cleaned up, and then we'll paint them up real good before we put the new seat. Part 3. We'll be putting the covers back on. I'm going to go ahead and disassemble the passenger seat and get it ready and prepped at the same time. And then part 3 will be putting the new covers on. Alright, so that's disassembling the upper and lower seat. And part 3 will be putting the new foam and all the new padding and seat covers on. And I'm going to go ahead and disassemble the passenger seat, and we'll get that ready because I'm going to sand everything, prime it, paint it, so it'll be really nice when it goes back in. The new seat covers are going to be gray along the outside with a 12-inch wide blue insert, both in the seat and the back. So that should be a pretty nice project when it's done. So stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe and like. That helps me out, helps you out when I upload a new video. All right, take care. Again, thanks for coming to Zib's Corner.